is Wednesday, November 7. It's 48 days until Christmas. Here's what's making the news. President Granger says his choice for Prime Minister will be aligned with what is best for the people of Guyana. And El Dorado Offshore's career fair sees massive turnout. Welcome to InfoHub. His Excellency, President David Granger, has affirmed that his choice of a prime ministerial candidate for the 2020 general and regional elections will be aligned with what is best for the people of Guyana.
The head of state said he is very respectful of the contributions the six parties can make to the victory of the coalition.
I am a prudent and wise leader, and I will make the choice which I feel will deliver the best results for the people, the best outcomes for the people of Guyana. My objective, and I'm sure the objective of the six parties in the coalition, would be to ensure that Guyana gets the best.
Both the Partnership for National Unity and Alliance for Change have been holding preliminary talks to work through a three-stage process. Stage 1, the agreement of the core principles, has already been completed. A major point of the core principles decided on by the two parties was that nothing appearing in the Commingsburg Accord should conflict with the Constitution. President Granger said the two sides addressed those issues appearing in the Accord of 2015.
There is nothing in the Constitution which allows a political party to choose a prime ministerial candidate. Once the president is elected, the president has the authority under the Constitution to select the prime minister. Now, we can have an agreement outside of the Constitution that the prime ministerial candidate or nominees for the prime ministership could be made, and I will make the choice.
Reporting on his meeting with AFC leader and Minister of Public Security, the Honorable Kemarach Ramchitan, last Thursday, the head of state said the leaders dealt with issues that were referred to them by the respective teams during the preliminary talks. Reporting for InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
Finance Minister, the Honorable Winston Jordan, has announced that public servants can look forward to a bright Christmas with a retroactive increase in their salaries, which will be retroactive to January 1. There will be no one-off end-of-year bonus. The retroactive salary increase will be applied to salaries for 2020 as well. Public servants' salaries have already been increased by over 62% under the coalition government. The Christmas retroactive increase will increase this further. On Wednesday, His Excellency President David Granger said he was awaiting advice from the Finance Minister on the availability of funds to pay year-end bonuses. Since coming into office in 2015, the coalition government has been providing either bonuses or retroactive salary increases. Citizens continue to heed the call to position themselves to benefit from the budding petroleum industry. Earlier today, Park Rain saw a massive turnout as El Dorado Offshore hosted a career fair for jobs within the sector. Human Resources Director of El Dorado Offshore Guyana Inc., Sherry Farrell, told InfoHub that this exercise followed a similar one conducted in London.
So because El Dorado is a recruitment agency for the oil and gas sector mainly, we also have non-oil and gas clients. We recognize from the CVs that we would have received that persons lack basic resume writing skills, and a lot of people come into the office daily to find out information about the different positions that are available, training that would be required for those positions, and the different companies that we work for. So we decided, you know what, it's time that we hold a fair where the masses can come out.
Farrell said that based on the feedback, they are expecting to interact with almost 1,000 persons before the end of the day. Speaking to InfoHub, participants at the fair expressed their appreciation for the opportunity provided.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing going for Guyana. Hopefully, they work out good for us and head in the right direction.
I think it's really great. It's a great opportunity, and I pray that everybody benefits from it.
Some of the companies present at the career fair included SMB Offshore, Stena Drilling, Nalco Champion Guyana Inc., Rely on New Tech, among others. Representatives from these companies expressed enthusiasm to be contributing to the local content in Guyana. Over the course of the day, Participants will be engaged in various workshops aimed at building their individual capacity. It was disclosed that plans are in the pipeline to take the career fair to other parts of the country, with Berbice being the next stop. For InfoHub, Anara Khan. Traffic ranks of the Guyana Police Force have once again benefited from training, this time in identifying and responding to suspected cases of trafficking in persons.
The Ministry of Social Protection's Counter-Trafficking in Persons Unit is taking the fight to officers who are more likely to encounter TIP victims. Traffic officers of the Guyana Police Force were on Thursday prepped for any such occurrence at the Cara Lodge Hotel. The Counter-Trafficking in Persons Unit wants the officers to be equipped with the knowledge and skills from an investigative approach to identify and refer suspicious cases of trafficking in persons.
Today, we are creating history. This is the first of its kind training course that targets traffic ranks in Guyana. We have never had this before in Guyana. And I think you should count yourselves lucky and you should give yourselves a round of applause.
Guyana maintains its Tier 1 status, and Commissioner of Police Leslie James wants the country to remain at that level. Where there is work to be done, he noted that the police force will spare no effort in helping to completely wipe out the scourge.
Our immigration department is also part of the exercise of being aware of the trafficking in persons scourge. And they've been sensitized, they've had exposures, that is training with regard to this situation. And I should also state that the Guyana Police Force is part of the ministerial effort by way of a task force to engage deliberately dealing with trafficking in persons.
Statistics so far for this year have shown 144 victims from 21 reported cases. Out of the total number of victims, 142 persons were exploited sexually. The police have had 30 charges with 8 convictions. To ensure that the issue is effectively tackled, Commissioner James cautioned ranks to pay special attention to vehicles, as victims are more frequently transported to or from the place of exploitation.
You, the traffic ranks, mainly, you are the persons who will engage directly with the motorists on the roadway, persons who are driving trucks and enclosed vehicles. That is a high possibility that persons in their quest to traffic persons, they may have people kept in enclosed vehicles and traversing our roadways.
Reporting for InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
Still to come, National Medicines Policy launched and Port Kaituma residents urged to join the malaria campaign. Details after the break. Thanks for staying with us. Considered an essential document to the Public Health Ministry, the Guyana National Medicines Policy, which was launched today, will guide and regulate the procurement, storage, distribution, and dispensing of necessary drugs and medicine.
Public Health Minister the Honorable Valda Lawrence has noted that part of the vision is to see quality results after medicines are administered to persons. Hence, the ministry is obligated to ensure persons in Guyana have access to the best standard of drugs.
It cannot be overemphasized, since it is the duty of any responsible government to ensure that its citizens receive optimum health care, which includes access to and responsible use of quality medical supplies, including medicines.
This document has been in the draft stages since 2007. However, the current administration has seen it necessary to forge ahead and finalize such a critical document to the pharmacy sector. National Director of Pharmacy Services, O'Neill Atkins.
Guided by the principles of the 11 core areas of this document, the pharmacy sector will realize access to adequate amounts of quality medicines for equitable distribution, rational prescribing, and safe utilization. Further, pharmacy services and medicines required are informed largely by other available health services and the health policy.
It was noted that the policy is launched at a time when the medicine market is flooded with substandard supplies. This, in essence, is a recommitment to achieving optimum health and well-being of all persons in Guyana, as outlined in the Ministry's Health Vision 2020. For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
Residents in Barima-Waini Region 1 are encouraged to join the campaign to eliminate the dreaded illness of malaria. The call was made during the commemoration of Malaria Day in the Americas on Wednesday at the Port Kaituma Community Center.
At the launch, Director of the Vector Control Services, Dr. Horace Cox, stressed that prevention for the deadly virus is imperative. He noted that the key component to prevent it is the use of the long-lasting insecticides.
We also looked at how the ministry collaborates, mobilizing the community to deliver health services. For example, within mining camps, areas that are far away, remote, we actually work with persons to ensure that they can build their capacity to test and treat for malaria.
Acting Regional Health Officer Dr. Lachmi Lal noted that malaria continues to be one of the illnesses affecting the district. The RHO advised both young and old to contribute significantly towards the effort to eradicate the virus.
Effort cannot be made on the part of the government alone and our partnering representatives. We have to get the community to be part of this fight. We have to get the community to be part of the fight. Continue to use your mosquito-treated nets. We don't want you to leave those containers open. Get rid of all the breeding sites for malaria.
Malaria Day in the Americas is observed on November 6 and is intended to be the platform on which countries can engage in an aggressive year-round campaign against the disease. It is also set aside to increase awareness and understanding of the key issue among the target population. For InfoHub, I am Kellon Rover.
As we close, here is an important reminder from the Guyana Elections Commission.
Today, we will discuss the objection aspect in GCOM's claim and objection exercise, which is currently ongoing. GCOM's Public Relations Officer Yolanda Ward joins us again to break it down for you.
The objections aspect is really, as it says, objecting to the inclusion of a name on the list that you believe may not have met the eligibility requirements to be included on that list. A lot of times there's an emphasis on deaths, but if you have a suspicion that an individual who you see is listed on that list may not have had the eligibility requirements to be on that list, then you can object. Of course, with an objection, you're required to provide the evidence. The name that you're objecting to must be on the same list where your name is listed. So it should be on the same divisional list. Example, I cannot be living on the East Coast, but object, and my name is on the list on the East Coast, but I'm objecting to someone in Georgetown.
It's that simple. Remember, you have until November 11 to make an objection. Get registered and ensure that you are on the list.
That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.